Welcome everybody. My name is Fredrik Carlegren. I'm the Vice President of Marketing Communications at Toshiba Global Commerce Solutions. I'm really proud to be here with Kevin O'Riordan, who's the Head of Physical Retail and Supply Chain Engineering at Wayfair. So we're really happy to have you here, Kevin.
Yeah, it's awesome to be here, thanks.
So you've gone a long way of moving from digital into physical retail. Tell me a little bit about what that journey's been like.
The great thing about working at a digital-first company is that the transition from digital to physical is a lot easier than the reverse. And I spent a lot of time in my prior career doing, driving the reverse process. A good digital retailer right now, a place like Wayfair has a catalog, we have items, item APIs. We've got all the ingredients to kind of build a connected omni-channel experience. And we decided, we started looking at it, that we're going to just leap first to that, like no transition or in-between stage. And I think we've been largely successful. We spent a lot of time putting together the platforms so that our engineers and our product folks and others could kind of create new experiences in the store that were great for our customers.
So we've talked a lot about the digitalization of the physical retail store and the role that store plays in the overall journey that you have with the brands like AllModern and Joss & Main. I'm curious, one is, how has that consumer experience been, and is it different than e-com, and how have you kind of managed, and how do you understand what that consumer experience is like?
It's definitely different from an e-com, but I think you have to stay true to your roots as a digital retailer. I'd say we learned that the in-store physical experience is still critical, like having great merchandise, having sharp pricing, high level of service, the kind of the brand and the experience kind of visually is really important, particularly if you're in focusing on particular brands like AllModern. But we've also found that our customers expect more from us. They expect an easier experience in store. So we've been able to kind of make it easy for customers not only shop the merchandise that's on the floor, but also be able to get out and shop the merchandise we have on our site and our extended aisle. The catalog that we can reproduce in our store physically is not nearly what we can do online, and customers want to see both. So that's been successful. Our customers have told us that, and our repeat shoppers NPS are good signals of that as well.
Yeah, great. So I mean, you're really getting that feedback directly, that that effort to unify those experiences, and what are some examples how that you see that unification actually show up? And you talked about some of the technology, but if I'm a consumer, how do I see that when I shop with Wayfair?
There's different ways. There's some obvious ways that if you're at the point of purchase and you want to buy something, if you're an AllModern customer or Joss & Main customer, we know who you are. You can scan your QR code from your mobile app, connect into the checkout. You have all your address information, your safe payment methods, gift cards, all those things you expect as like table stakes right now for kind of an evolved omnichannel retailer. But it also happens in more subtle ways too. Like we spend a lot of time on pricing. We do electronic-based pricing. And we try to be really true to kind of the experience customers expect, which is kind of a high-end experience. So we took made a lot of special efforts to kind of present the labels as if they were paper. And customers are continuously surprised when they come in and they're looking at something and think it's paper, then they understand it's digital. And we update things continuously with like reviews and things like that. So in subtle ways, the omni-channel and digital background leaks through, but still when you come in, it still feels like an organic, physical retail store.
So what do you think that next-gen experience looks like? I mean, obviously these are new stores to begin with, so they're quite engaging, and you've really immersed, I'd say in a subtle way, creating technology that feels really comfortable and convenient for consumers in the stores that you have. But where do you see that going? What are some of the things that might be next, or you're thinking about as you consider innovation? And
I think certainly more of the basics getting better is something we always like to do at Wayfair. So we'll have more incremental experiences that kind of are subtle about raising a digital brand or the digital experience in store. I think underinvested or an unsolved problem in kind of home goods retailing is for customers to be able to come in and kind of visualize in the context of their own home, something that they're looking at on the sales floor in front of them. And there are tools right now. People have used AR for things like this, and those are interesting, and we're experimenting with things like that. But there's also to be able to experience to kind of really understand the quality, the texture, and the sense of the extended aisle. So there's only so many items we can put in a physical store, even a big one. But in a Wayfair, we've got 30+ million items online. We want customers to be able to come in and understand the quality and the touch and feel and the organic nature of the items that they can't see in store while they're in store. That'll be a big investment area for us over the coming years.
So, Kevin, obviously underneath that and making that possible, one of the things that we talk a lot about are the empowering technologies. Ultimately they need to be in place, and for us, clearly a big focus is on the ELERA Commerce Platform, and the outcome, really is to drive faster, more agile and scalable, innovation and outcomes for clients like yourself. So, talk to me a little bit about what is that technology, and how does a platform like that make a difference when you really are talking about bringing the things you just said to life?
Any platform needs to be ready for rapid change, and I think partly that's done by making good, thoughtful choices about platform and architecture, being able to integrate with APIs and messaging, not being limited by the installed base to slow down your pace of innovation. We've been happy so far with what we've seen from Toshiba on that front. We will continue pushing our back-end platforms, our visualization platforms, our imaging platforms, so that we can create new experiences. And the extent that partners can keep up with us, I think we're in a good position to succeed.
Yeah, if there's one thing I know about the work that we're doing, it's speed matters.
Yes.
And to really have that on the forefront of pushing yourself, maybe beyond what we've always been comfortable with, but speed does matter, and I definitely think you agree with that statement.
Speed and flexibility and agility, those two together are kind of, that's really what we need.
Fantastic. So, any other thoughts here? We're just getting into 2023. You're looking ahead. What excites you about where we are now and the year ahead?
I spend most of my time thinking about Wayfair. What I'm excited about is we're working on large format stores. A lot more work to be done to launch those really well and have the same quality experience we have in our current stores. That's probably the thing that I think is most exciting about the coming year. Also, I do more work with supply chain engineering as well. I think really tuning the supply chain with your physical retail presence is critical as we scale. So we're spending a lot of time on that as well.
Well, fantastic. I think there's a lot of opportunity ahead, and we'll continue to move fast together, and I'm excited to see where that takes us in the months and years ahead. So thank you very much, Kevin, for spending a little time with us.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you very much.
Thank you.